Hey guys, this is MB Cash back with a new video, and today we're going to be taking a look at something really cool, something out there, and something really special to me. This is the Telco Creations Phantom of the Opera Motionette. And the reason why I am taking a look at this figure is for a couple of reasons. Number one, we are in Halloween season since it is October, and second, the Phantom of the Opera is one of my favorite fictional characters of all time, and I decided to dedicate this month to that character. Now, I have quite a collection of different Phantom items, so what I decided to do is every week I will do a review on a certain item that I have that has to do with Phantom of the Opera. So to kick things off, we're going to take a look at the thing that started it all for me, and it is this really nice old Telco Motionette. Now, just a little bit of background. Telco Creations was a company that started in the 80s, and they produced a lot of Halloween and even Christmas animatronic decorations. And they were really game-changing in terms of the decorations for, Halloween, because, what they had was just something that was never seen before. Just these doll-like figures that lit up, moved, and even made sounds. And they made a lot of different Halloween-themed monster characters. They had witches, vampires, werewolves, and this one right here is just a really cool and unique guy. It's the Phantom of the Opera, and just by looking at him, you can tell that it is obviously based on Lon Chaney's iconic portrayal from the 1925 silent horror film. This thing is actually what made me a fan of the Phantom of the Opera. It wasn't the musical, it wasn't any of the movies, it was this particular figure right here. Now, what's funny is this guy used to scare the crap out of me when I was a kid, but now I absolutely love it, and it's just one of my most cherished possessions of all time. It is over 20 years old. It's been in my family for that long, and I'm just so glad that he's been able to stick around despite all the times where I've felt like I wanted to get rid of him, but thank God I didn't. So this is the figure. We'll get a close-up here of his face. Look at that. That is so cool. That is definitely Lon Chaney. That skull-like look with the pulled-up nose and the nasty teeth and everything. This is actually the second version of the Phantom that Telco produced. They did one. This one came out in 1990. They did one about a year or two prior that looked the same, except that one had glowing eyes. This one is the glowing head version. So in a moment, I'll demonstrate what it's like when it lights up. But basically, this figure, the head lights up, whereas the other one, it was just the eyes. In fact, I think they blinked too. It's in decent condition for something that's over 20 years old. If you look right here on the sleeve, you can see it's not exactly white. It's very dirty. There's some scuff marks. It's an old figure, and we've had it out in the sun, because we would sometimes put this outside for outside decorations, even though I don't think these things were really necessarily designed for outdoor decorations, but it was whatever. He's got his cape, he's holding a lantern, his nice little shoes. This thing is about 24 inches tall, and it doesn't run on batteries. Instead, it has a cord that has a little switch right here, and all you do is just plug it into an outlet, and it's that simple. And the light bulb runs out. They are replaceable. All you have to do is just unscrew the head and just unscrew the light bulb here for the lantern. In fact, there you go. You can see there is the light bulb. It's not focusing, but there's a light bulb right there. So all you got to do is just unscrew that if you want to replace that. But if you want to replace the light bulb inside the head, you have to unscrew it. There's some screws in the neck. And that is the dogs barking, because I am currently filming this outside in my backyard. And also, it's holding a mask. This thing did come with a mask. This is not the original one. The original mask got lost a long time ago. So this is a new one that I bought just recently at Joann Fabrics, and it's kind of close to the head, so it's really nice. So he has a mask now, because after so many years he didn't have a mask, and you know, what's the Phantom of the Opera without his mask? So I'm glad I finally was able to complete him with this new edition. This thing unfortunately doesn't move anymore. It used to. There's a motor inside. That's how all these motionettes worked. I believe the motion was the left hand, which is holding the mask, would move up to his face as if he's putting the mask on, and then the right hand, which is holding the lantern, he would move it up close to him, like to his chest. So he would, it's like if he's putting the mask and tucking the lantern close to him, and then he would spread his arms out to remove the mask and move the lantern out. And that is the position he's currently fixed in. And unfortunately, these things weren't really designed to be repaired. So, you know, I mean, I guess you can, but I think it's a big risk just to do it, because, you know, you have to take into consideration that if you try to take this guy apart, you might damage it. So I'm just not going to bother. But at least he still lights up, and I will go ahead and show that to you right now. So let me just move this switch here, turn off the lights, and there you go. Voila. That is amazing. That is just totally awesome. It's just funny how, you know, little me was afraid of this guy, but now I think this guy's just the coolest. So yeah, even though he doesn't move anymore, but at least he still lights up, and it is so awesome. It's definitely a unique piece. They don't make Halloween decorations like this anymore, so you know, it just makes me miss the old days. And I'm so glad I have this guy, you know, after so many years. It's definitely a keeper. I don't see myself getting rid of him anytime soon. It's just a really cool and unique piece of decor, or just a collectible item in general. They're so rare and kind of hard to come by. You know, I think these guys are really expensive on eBay, so, you know, I'm just glad that I have this one, and I've had it for, you know, over 20 years. It is just, it's definitely one of those items that I always have to bring out during Halloween time. So, you know, after I'm done with this video, I will put him back inside my house in the living room where he can be displayed. So that is my review of the Telco Phantom of the Opera Motionette. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned next week, for I will give you another Phantom related review video. So until next time, I hope you all have a good day, and God bless.